Hi, this is Alexis from the Kiteboarder Magazine. I'm here at AWSI, Hood River, Evan Netsch, Cabrinha.
That's me. How are you doing?
Good, good. You got some great kites. Everybody knows about Cabrinha. The Switchblade, tried and true. What's going on? What's the new stuff?
Yeah, so Switchblade's been in our lineup for probably the longest out of anything. I don't even, maybe
the bread and butter.
13 years so. Yeah, it was the bread and butter. It was one of the first bridled kites that ever hit the market. It's still in the line today. And it's certainly, I would say, our most versatile kite. It's focused on probably big air, the higher aspect shape, you know, a little bit longer profile, 5-strut kite, a lot of support, great high end, but it's also a really powerful kite. So I think that combination of just a very powerful kite that creates a lot of lift, a lot of range, obviously boosts to the moon, it loops great, it also works well in the waves. I enjoy foiling with it, and this is definitely our quiver killer kite. It does everything really well, and I think there's a lot of them out there on the water for that reason.
Cool. You've got some other great looking kites in the lineup. Let's talk about the Drifter.
We do. So the Drifter is actually the kite that I might use the most, especially in the fall at home.
No.
Hatteras, yeah, can you believe
No.
Yeah, this is the wave kite. You know, pretty standard. You know, obviously now we're down to 3 struts.
So wait a minute. If I buy this kite, will I be able to kite as good as you?
Way better. What do you ride right now?
Oh man, no, I don't ride as good as you. I want to be you. I live through you.
No, the Drifter is my go-to for sure. I love the kite. It's just, I would say, extremely stable, which is what you want in a wave kite. I've ridden a lot of other wave kites out there, and I would say this kite is probably more focused on stability and down the line drift. You know, it's changed quite a lot, I would say, since some of the older models back in like 2016, 2017. I think they've focused on putting a lot, you know, I'd say a lot more actually turning speed into it and reducing the bar pressure a little bit in some, you know, on the newer Drifter. But you know, it's what you want in a wave kite. Something fast, nimble, it's there for you, it's smooth, it's reliable, and works great in the waves.
Battens?
Battens, yeah, there's just 2 battens on the trailing edge just to try to, you know, give it a little more support, make sure there's no flutter. The kite's just super solid canopy. You know, you can be just absolutely lit up, turning the thing so aggressively, and the kite just stays, you know, smooth and consistent through the sky.
I'll be doing those triple board off soon. I promise. I promise. Well, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, so down here we have the Contra, and more specifically the 1-strut Contra. The 1-strut Contra is actually I would say the newest kite in our lineup. You know, Cabrinha's had the Contra for a long time as their light wind kite, 13, 15, 17, and 19. And now they introduced the Contra in the 1-strut in just those smaller sizes. So we still have the larger size Contras as a 3-strut kite. I would say meant for, you know, basically light wind twin tip riding, right? Bigger dudes, light wind, you know, whenever the wind's, I'd say under maybe about 20 miles an hour. But the 1-strut Contra, I'd say, is really focused on foiling. You know, smaller sizes, goes all the way down to a 3 meter. And it's just, again, you know, very stable. It's all those same things you want in a light wind kite, or if you're riding in gusty winds and you're on a foil. You want a kite that's small, but it's also, you know, it's stable, it's light, it turns really fast. I personally absolutely love the 7 meter on a foil. That's probably my go-to. So yeah, no, super exciting kite. I think I'm happy to see it in the Cabrinha line. I think we were a little bit overdue for 1-strut kite, and it's been received great by the market. I love it. It's been popular even in schools. You know, a lot of people that are teaching someone, maybe a lighter weight rider, a kid, how to fly a kite, and they only weigh 50 pounds, so they're using a really small kite in light wind conditions. A 3 or definitely a 5-strut kite might be a little bit heavier in the sky, and that's where this kite really excels. So I think a lot of those characteristics on a foil, lighter weight riders, it kind of, you know, it's got its spot in the line for sure.
Now we move on to the Moto.
Yeah, the Moto really is that kite, you know, Cabrinha came out with it a couple years ago, where they wanted something that was that versatile kite similar to the Switchblade, but on a 3-strut platform. So really focusing on lighter bar pressure, faster turning speed, maybe giving up just a little bit of range for that kind of performance. So I'd say a lot of riders out there who are unhooking a little bit, or they want something that's going to be very fast in the waves, but maybe not quite as dedicated as the Drifter, that's where the Moto is. So it's that 3-strut free ride kite, and it's sort of that, you know, it pairs nicely with the Switchblade in terms of, you know, personal preference. Just depends on, you know, what characteristics mean a lot to you. Are you more about turning speed and light bar pressure? Maybe go towards the Moto. or if you want just a little more power and lift, maybe that's a little more of the Switchblade. So the Moto has been in the line now for a few years, and it's been a popular kite, especially I'd say with some of the younger riders. I know in Europe, I think it's even it's probably more popular in Europe than the U.S. just because your demographics a little bit younger, maybe a little bit of a better rider. So it's kind of focused on those, a little more performance.
Now, I know we didn't talk about all the kite sizes, bridles, lengths, colorways, all that technical stuff that people talk about. Where can they go to find that?
Yeah, that would have been way too long of a conversation for here today. So go to cabrinhakites.com. You can see all the specs and everything for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Evan.
Thank you.